Hi, kindergarten, first and second grade leaders. We are preparing for February 24th. As we prepare our lesson this week, we're going to continue in the series Goal. And in this series, we want kids to ask and answer the question, what is God like? God is holy, good, and loving. As we continue to learn from Moses, we want kids to understand God's character and that the things that Moses was going through was to help turn the Israelites to where they would worship God alone. And so we this week will continue with Moses, and the story is Jethro helps Moses. Moses is in the middle of all of the Israelites. As you can imagine, they are grumbling and they have complaints and they don't get along with each other. And you know, just how it is when people live in close proximity with each other. So they take every one of those issues to Moses, and Moses is supposed to help solve all of the problems of all of the Israelites. Well, he's getting overwhelmed, and his father-in-law Jethro comes in and helps him break up the people essentially into small groups. Imagine that. That's what you guys are doing as you build relationships with kids. And so when Jethro helps Moses, he appoints some people to be judges. He appoints some people to be small group leaders. He appoints some people to do different tasks to help break up all of the work that was put on Moses as the leader of the Israelites. And so I think this is a great time to help kids understand how the church functions and that we all take care of each other. You may help get them to help you talk about ways that they see that happen or ways that they'd like to see that happen. I would imagine many of them see it, but they don't necessarily know that that's why we have small group leaders, or that's why we have greeters at the door, or that's why we have extra people who check them in, or that's why there's people that work behind the scenes to make sure that the food's ready. And all of those things are so that one person doesn't have to be overwhelmed doing everything, that we're building community with each other and helping each other do what we're best at. All right, so your social activity this series, I hope the kids are going to have fun with this. I've enjoyed playing this game over the years. It's called Cooties, and you have some dice and you have some game boards that the kids, each kid will get one. You'll also have some pencils on your table. What the kids are supposed to do is roll the dice, and according to the number that they roll, they can draw that body part. Now, on your instruction sheet, it says that they can't draw eyes or antennas or legs until they have a head or a body. And so it probably would be good to stick with that rule, and because it's going to be a fast game anyway. With as many times as kids can roll, it's going to be a fast game. So enjoy that. Remember, our social activities are always there to help you build relationships with kids, and honestly, to give them something to do while they're waiting on everybody else to arrive to small groups. So don't feel like you have to have your whole small group together before you start the game. I try to choose games that are easy for people to be added to as you are gathering everybody. So you don't have to have everyone start the game as soon as you get in there, and the sooner you get in there, the better. Many times kids are coming 45 minutes before services start, and that's a long time to sit without very much interaction happening at the table. All right, then we have large group. And in your small group time today, you don't need any supplies. You are going to use your kids as your supplies today. What you're going to do is come up with tasks that each kid has to do, and they have to do all of them. And then you're going to break it up. And some of the kids are going to do part of the task, and the other kids are going to do the other part of the task. If you can come up with tasks that would require for two people to work together to make it happen, that could be good too. But the point is to show them that the work gets done faster and better most of the time when there's more of us working on it. Instead of one person doing everything, it's better when all of us are working together. And we can connect to others to love and follow God, because God is holy, good, and loving. your memory verse activity, you will have, say, some soccer goals set up around the room. I'll have one for each grade level, and you'll also have a ball. Your ball hopefully holds up through the whole series, and since we're doing goal, the kids are going to take their ball and stand behind the taped line on the carpet and try to kick the ball, not dribbling, kick the ball in one big kick. And I know it's going to be hard with a beach ball to get it to go exactly where you want it to go, but that's on purpose because many of our kids are really good at kicking. They play kickball all the time at school. So they're going to kick the ball into the goal. As soon as they make a goal, they can say one word or one phrase from the memory verse. And keep going till everybody gets a chance to kick and say a part of the memory verse. Then you will pray and help them connect to each other. Make sure that you don't just let the kids run all over the room. And let me tell you why. I'm not opposed to kids having fun. I'm not opposed to kids being rowdy. Kids are going to be kids, they're going to be loud. That's not the purpose. The purpose is because we want for parents and families to know that we spent quality time with their kids. And so if they walk in and see us engaged with the kids and not just a free-for-all in the room, they know that this is a place that they can trust their kids to us and that we are doing things with them while they are with us. You know, I know with my kids regularly, I'll ask them, what did you do? And they'll say, I don't know. But you and I both know that they didn't spend the entire time not doing anything. So if parents get a good look to see that we are actually doing things and we have things prepared and we're ready to engage with their kids, they'll know that we're not just not doing anything. And that the kids' answer is not necessarily always the way things are. Now, we trust many of our kids, but I'm just speaking from experience. Most of my kids that live in my house would tell me, even today, I don't know, we didn't do much today. And I know that wasn't true, and that a teacher didn't prepare nothing for them to do. So thank you for building relationships with kids. I'm excited to work on this lesson together where we're learning to be the church together. If you need me for any reason, feel free to reach out to me during the week or text or phone call. I'd be happy to spend some time with you and help you work through some things going on in your life. Have a great week.